Not sure how many of you have tried growing castor oil or castor bean plants, but this is my first time doing the castor bean plant, and this thing will grow huge, and if you're not prepared for it, it will basically knock down everything that you try to set up. As I put things like this and trying to hold them up inside my little raised bed here, and basically like this one just knocked it down. You know, it just fell right over. You know, of course I need to know, or I know now that I need to put them in either in the ground or in larger pots up against the fence. Hey, hey, I'm trying to work here. And to be able to, you know, maybe in the corner. I'm thinking next year I'll do it in the corner here instead of what I've got growing here already. I'll put them in the corners. I love them. They're beautiful. They're like tropical looking things, you know, which goes with all my other tropical plants here, which I greatly appreciate everything that they're doing. They're growing really good. Pomegranate, lemons, limes. Had a couple avocados, but looks like the chickens and the geese, when I had them in here, got to them. But for the most part, they're doing pretty good. And then I've got my apples of assorted varieties that I grew from seeds, and I've got Asian pears that I grew from, you know, seeds also. But the main thing was I just wanted to talk about these castor bean plants. Now, of course, they say you could dry them out. You can, you know, whatever, do whatever you need to the process to get the oil. And on a personal note, I actually use the castor oil in my eyes. I put a drop in my eyes every night, and it helps clean my eyes out. I see a lot clearer, and I don't wake up with a lot of gunk in my eyes. So, you know, that's something you can try if you want to, and it actually seems like it has a cooling effect. So, but as far as tropical goes, I got some palm trees. I got pineapple over here, another pineapple right over here, and a lot of the tomatoes are pretty much dying off, and a lot of peppers, and corn is pretty much gone, but I left the stalks here because the bitter melon is actually kind of growing on it. I got bitter melon growing here, and if you've seen other videos of, actually I have to see if I had to put the videos out, but here's what a bitter melon looks like. And of course the name fits it well. It's bitter, you know, but my wife knows how to cook it really well. And the plant grows really, really awesome. Nice little yellow flowers. It doesn't grow a lot of fruit, or I guess I should say melons, vegetables, whatever you want to call them, because it's not necessarily a fruit. And well, you guys are chatty today. Oh, let me show you real quick. This is what happens when a meat bird actually gets to be a chicken and not locked up. I call them weeble wobbles, but still, they were supposed to be leghorns. But I guess they got mixed up in the batch when we bought them, and now I got 4 just like that. That's my only roosters right there. They're the ones that actually are starting to crow now, but unfortunately they're country cross or whatever you call them. Here's the other ones actually here, and it's like, I think instead of keeping them locked up, they actually are out getting exercise. And I gotta tell you, they are huge. They are huge birds. And I know I'm probably gonna have to process them, but I wasn't at that point yet that I really wanted to do anything like that on our homestead. But I guess it had to come to it at some point. Oh, actually got a corn growing there. Wonder if it's any good. And then, of course, you got the long beans, which are awesome, which you've seen the video on that. And this is basically the long bean plant right here. And again, this is what they grow. And of course, I'm not using any pesticides on anything, so you get all these little bugs. But if you got to watch out for the beans, because like this one, I actually had one that was like even longer than that. But luckily it was still good. It's still tender. There's a bunch up in the top there that I'm gonna have to get to. And then I haven't put a video out yet. Oh, looks like something's been getting to it. But this is Malabar spinach, which is more of a vine. It's not necessarily a spinach. It's more of a vine, but the leaves. Oh, I've got another one over there with the potato. But it's more of a vine. If I was able to get it going sooner, it would have actually grown all the way up the fence, just like the bitter melon over here. And that's probably why it's not growing too well, because the little one over there is getting to it. But it's got a sliminess to it, but it tastes great. And it's good for salads, it's good for stir fries. I mean, I even put it on sandwiches as a instead of lettuce, because lettuce really doesn't have any nutritional value, but you know, the Malabar spinach actually has a lot more nutrition. So that's something to think about as far as sandwiches go, instead of just regular lettuce. But overall, not too bad. You know, just had a lot of peppers growing. I guess this turned into a kind of like a garden tour instead of just talking about the castor bean. But got this, which is elderberry. Got this from a friend. It almost started dying off until I put it out here. I was trying to keep it in the house to keep track of it, but it just seemed like it was dying until I put it outside and put it in the soil. And I think it's trying now. It's trying to grow, so hopefully we'll get some elderberry this time. I've been dying to get some elderberry. And then this is actually a black pearl pepper plant, but maybe I got it too late, and then I don't know if the potatoes are helping it, but I haven't been getting much out of that. What, guys? What's going on? A couple other different types of peppers. And I'm going to have to clean these up. These are my strawberries. Thinking about, I saw somebody actually put rain gutters like up the top of their the fence post, and then the strawberries would just hang down. So I'm thinking about doing that for next year. But I just realized I've got another bitter melon growing here up the fence. Inside these little pots that I've got actually other things growing in it also. one I think I'll be saving to go to seed, because it's definitely not going to be edible now. Just trying different things, you know, see how things grow in pots, and see if it's different from, like last year. I had them growing in raised beds, and they seem to be doing a lot better. This year in the pot, it seems like it took a lot longer. Here's another one. It's got a long one also that I'm trying to keep. This one's about ready to harvest. And then these tomato plants, this is the first time I've had these tomato plants, and wow, I guess I didn't trim them down like I should have. And it almost became a forest in here. Grapevines come back every year so far, but this year they didn't produce anything. I don't know. I'm hoping they make it again next year, but I don't know if I'll, I trimmed them down. That may be the problem, is because they had to grow back and didn't have time to produce anything, but I don't know. Still time. We'll see. It's just almost mid-September now, so we'll see what we can do. But again, with the castor bean, I trimmed everything down, got the pods off. So I was, as I was reading or watching on YouTube, you need to let them dry out, because I definitely want to try to grow it again next year. And supposedly it's good to keep moles and whatever out of your garden, but the little holes I'm finding around in the garden is telling me a different story. So, but it is pretty, if nothing else. So the okra, I need to try to grow in the raised bed again next year. That's what I was just showing you. Almost had a brain fart there, couldn't remember what it was called. And oh, also got a few things growing here, more on my oh, I didn't realize these were okra. Looks like okra to me. Could have sworn I had a couple more growing, but I just didn't know where they were. But of course they're coming to the end of season already, so I don't think I'll get much out of that. Couple potatoes, onion. Can't remember what this is, but it's a tropical plant, not mango. Not mango. Oh well, I'll think of it later. It's one with the, you open it up and it's got the little black seeds in it. Papaya? Maybe papaya. So, I think that's papaya. And a couple figs. This fig tree's been with me for the last couple years, been in this spot. Still hasn't produced anything yet. And, you know, I've tried different things. I've cut it down, let it grow back, and I think now I'm just gonna, what I heard also was to trim the tips of it. Just let it grow, but trim the tips. And I've got 3. This one, another one in this corner, and then another one in that corner, which that one is actually producing 1 fruit because I trimmed down the tips. So we'll see what happens. Alright, I think I'm going to use this dirty goose pooped water, because what I do is I give them fresh water to play in these little tubs. and you can see another one, another couple over that way. And then I rotate the water out, and I use the water for fertilizing, and seems to be doing pretty well, at least for those that I've got going right now. So let me get some water moving and get ready to collect some more water when the rain comes, hopefully this afternoon or next couple days. Okay, bye.